chest day. Massive pec pump, huge weight lifted, guaranteed. We're gonna use elbow wraps today. I always like to use elbow wraps on my chest days, but we're gonna go for 3 plates, see how it feels. I took off like a week and a half, so I don't know. I might be really strong, might be way weaker, who knows? But I will say this, I'm very excited for what today holds. I'm cracked out on a ton of caffeine. I had like a half pot of coffee, and I also had a Celsius, so definitely gonna have a good day today.
30 pounds heavier than you. Isn't it funny? You don't think it will, but it does.
I think it's the same shit from the 1980s. When I was just
repackaged.
Yeah.
So the shoulder was really sketchy, and then I warmed it up, and it felt a lot better. So I'm thinking that's probably gonna translate to here. 3 plates should move good today. Especially if I could PR, man, I'd like to get 10 reps, because even though this is a cut during my week and a half of no gym, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to enjoy myself. And I ended up putting on a decent amount of weight back on, but it's okay, you know. Not that I recommend that, but I just needed to take some time to enjoy myself, because, you know, 3 plates is gonna move great. That actually moved way better than I thought it would, and it was relatively pain-free. Actually, totally pain-free until the last rep. Felt a little bit of a misgroove. All right, tricep pushdowns have always felt really easy on my shoulder. So we're gonna do it with the rope today. It's gonna be way lighter than normal. Usually, you know, I'd use the V-bar, and you know, you could stack on an extra plate on the pushdown pretty easy. But with the rope, you could do about half the stack. It feels just as challenging and probably targets the muscle a little better. So, especially with what I'm trying to do, I'm not trying to be a power lifter and be as strong as possible. I'm trying to get as big as possible. Now, with both approaches, there needs to be progressive overload, right? But it doesn't really matter what you use to progressive overload. As long as it's targeting the muscle effectively, that's what matters. So, with that said, rope pushdowns. Gonna go from a little bit of a long head type of movement here. Single arm. Why would anybody want to do this? I give you the nerd reason, which is higher motor unit recruitment. And I could give you the bro reason, which is it's just gonna probably help you grow more, right? So, hence why bodybuilders always say, oh, bro, you know, do single arm this, single arm that. Mind to muscle connection's better, bro. Part of the reason why is probably because the motor unit recruitment is better. So, and you could more efficiently just focus into that muscle. So. All right, how I'm gonna go about this is hook the thing through here. So it's probably gonna look a little bit like this when I'm pushing. And yeah, just that way you guys know. If you use a figure 8 strap, I don't think PR sells figure 8 straps anymore. I could be wrong, but regardless, if you want anything from PR, feel free to use my code MAXWELL15. It is in the link in bio. This feels super good so far. I didn't expect the mind-muscle connection to be that much better. Now, personally, I don't think that mind-muscle connection is that important, but I'm definitely feeling it more, so. The goal with this is to get really strong. You guys might be thinking, how do you get so strong on a single arm push down? Dude, same way you get strong with anything else. You just progressively overload. Eventually, you'll probably see me doing the full stack single arm. That will guarantee you insane horseshoe triceps. All right, if you want to have Rolly Winkler triceps, if you want to have freaking another honorable mention, it's Jeffrey Schofield type triceps. You got to be real strong, man. You got to be doing some nice, crazy weight. You got to build up to it, though. Another function of the long head that most people don't know about is when your shoulder is really high up, like this, the long head actually has great leverage to pull the arm down like this. So if you, I don't like drop sets that much, or supersets for that matter, but a lot of people will do push downs and they'll superset into like this pullover type thing. And it's good, but you're gonna be better off just doing straight sets. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get to it. Hold on for stability. You gotta get all that stability. Alright, that was sloppy. Alright. If this hurts whatsoever, I'm not going to do it. Because, like I said, shoulder was being a little silly. But if it feels good, I would definitely keep it up. Alright. As a warm-up style thing, that felt good. Alright, you guys might be thinking, calves on chest day? What are you doing, man? Why not get bigger calves? You know, a lot of you have small calves because you don't hit them often enough, hard enough, properly enough. I mean, I could go in depth about it, but I'll give you just a few really golden tips here, like legitimate tips that will grow your calves guaranteed. And this should be for every muscle group, take minimum 2 to 3 minute rest. That's number one. Number two would be, for calves in particular, get an extremely deep stretch and only do partials. There's no point in doing the top position. You're barely going to get any growth from that. Number three would be do single leg. Okay, that's going to just increase motor unit recruitment. Same deal with single limb movements in general. They're going to be more fatiguing overall because you're going to have to do twice as many sets, but you're also going to get a little bit of a better stimulus, right? It just depends on the context, though. It's not every time. And then number four, I have like one more decent tip. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, don't do high reps. Just do sets of like anywhere from minimum 4 to maximum 6, and then raise the weight from there. Number 5, final tip. After you have all those things in place, make sure you're also getting probably anywhere from a 3-second pause in the bottom stretch to like 6-second pause, okay? If you do all these things, no momentum, no bounce, proper form, partials, all that stuff, you will grow bigger calves. Will they get big in general? Can't tell you you're gonna get 20-inch calves, but because that's down to genetics at that point. But if you follow those tips, your calves will get significantly bigger than they are. I've grown my calves just about an inch since I started applying these things. So, and I haven't applied all of them at once. You know, I've applied all of them separately as I learn them. But I'm telling you, if you apply those things, you'll get big calves. But that doesn't apply to every muscle. Like, I don't recommend super long pauses in the bottom of a chest fly, for example. I just don't see the same benefit. But for calves, for whatever reason, they benefit a lot from stretch. So, anyway, let's get to the set. I low-key forgot the old weight that I used to do on calf raises, which is 240 for single leg, and usually I get like 4 reps of that. So I was like, man, that feels really light, because I thought it was more than I used to do, but no, it's just 210. So I'm gonna match it up on the right leg. And if you really want to get the most bang for your buck, I'd take a little rest between legs. I'd take probably 1 minute. You don't need to do that. At that point, we're picking up probably pennies and dimes when we previously were picking up dollars, you know, probably some couple Benjamins with those other tips. You go from not growing at all to having substantial growth. That's money right there.
That's the start.
Yikes.
I gotta be honest, guys. You're about to see a new revolution of Max Sharkey videos. So often, I gotta admit, I would low-key ego lift on a lot of lifts, and I think there's a time and a place for that. But you gotta control it more, okay? Because it needs to be predictable form. You need to have the same form with an exercise every session, so that way you know you're not just cheating more, you're actually having better form. And what I would do is I would cheat to like my comfortable limit, and I would have that same form every week. But we know that from motor unit recruitment perspective, it's going to be much lower if you're cheating a bunch because you're using other muscle groups, right? You're spreading your energy around. Whereas if you focus your energy, yeah, the weight's going to be a little lighter, but you're going to have much more progressible training long term. The gains you're making won't really be fluke gains whatsoever. It's not going to be like cheating, you know? It'll be real thick horse muscle on your calves. Because I don't know about you guys, I don't want like bunny rabbit muscle. I want like horse muscle, okay? I mean, I guess I want my own muscle, but you get what I'm saying. Ronnie Coleman, absolute monster, incredible Hulk muscle. That's what I want. I wish you guys could see my face. We're just finishing up there. 2 sets on each leg is all you need if you're gonna hit it multiple times per week. You don't wanna be doing tons of volume until you feel like you're super fatigued. And then, you know, that carries into 3-4 days in the future, whatever. You wanna lower the volume because if you do a really low volume, it's gonna literally have a faster recovery. I'm gonna point this up. You're gonna recover much faster if you do lower volume. So I wanna make sure my calves are recovered enough for me to do legs again in a couple days. So